Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance. This resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Lisa, and here is her story. Hi, Ollie. How are you and Charlene? First off, I'm so sorry for all you're dealing with the past month or so. I really appreciate that despite it all, you're still helping others like me by reading their stories and giving your input. I made a donation via PayPal. You did a story for me. You can't avoid the narcissistic pity party. I went by the name Lisa. Thank you for your insight and advice regarding that video and the people who commented. It means a great deal to me. So my narc parents returned from Poland a few months ago. According to my golden child brother, they were for sure going to sell their home here ASAP and move to Poland for good. They have been talking about doing this for the past few years, and finally it was definitely going to happen. Since going no contact, Golden Child Flying Monkey's sister has sent me emails where she was like, "What did I do? If you're mad about this and that, then I'm sorry," with a bunch of excuses followed. The things she was referring to were ridiculous. They were petty things which no one in their right mind would get upset over. Not to mention no mention of the fact she betrayed me and told my narcissistic mother I was moving after I told her not to. She also wrote, "Our parents are not perfect." Here we go. You know, when you hear from the golden child siblings about your parent, our parents weren't perfect, they did the best they could, and they start throwing this shit when you got issues with them, and they start admitting to this petty shit that they know good goddamn well has nothing to do with the point. Okay? And it may even be stuff that you had forgotten about, that you didn't even know about, and it's like you're just piling on. And even the petty shit might even annoy you. And now you're annoyed. If you get annoyed at that, then you're getting annoyed over petty shit, you're falling into their trap. But then you're also getting annoyed at it's either being brought up or why didn't I know about this to begin with? She also wrote, "Our parents are not perfect, and that as they taught us in Catholicism, I should forgive." Then went on about how I am hurting not only her, the narcs, the whole family, but also myself and my children. It's amazing how it just destroys everybody and the children as well. Any narcissist, whether it be in your personal life or in political life or the media, whenever they're talking about the children, they're lying. Whenever they tell you you're doing what you're doing, when the narcissist tells you something you're doing is hurting the children, it's a lie. Usually going no contact, when your behavior in standing up to them is hurting the children, it's the same thing as accusing somebody of being Hitler. You've lost the argument. They've already lost the argument. When they bring up the children, they've already lost the argument. Oh, and that I should not forget all the help I received. Yeah, I bet. Golden Child brother invited me to a celebration for his child. I explained why I did not want to go. I told him that after the last time I spoke to narcissistic mother a couple weeks before they were coming back to the U.S., I got a panic attack. I also told him about how I was verbally attacked by the narcissistic mother the last time I visited the narcs with my family. That day, she started yelling at me, "Get back to the table. How dare you leave your husband alone at the table?" And right there, how dare you leave your husband? So what she's actually doing is she's trying not only to treat you like a child and bully you around, but she's also now trying to incorporate your husband in as a flying monkey. It was Father's Day, but it was also my birthday weekend. My birthday was ignored, so I got upset and went outside to get some air for a couple minutes. That's when Mother came at me. I also explained to Golden Child Brother how narc parents told my oldest son he can live with them once they found out we were moving. This seems to be a bigger and bigger trend that I'm finding, is these grandparents going to our older children and offering our older, hey, come live with me. Come live with me. I've heard a couple of these stories. I'm hearing a lot more of them, but lately it's more and more and more where these, once your kids get older, they're like, yeah, come live with me. He was like, yeah, I get it. They put me and my wife through hell when they found out we were moving as well. Narcissistic mother even faked a heart attack. He also said, yeah, I heard about the idea of them asking your son to live with them. I think they're from another planet. That I found interesting, since when I confronted the narcs about them asking my son, they completely denied it. Even asked to speak to my son and told him that never happened. My son basically made me out to be a liar. I told him that I 100% believe him and that they are liars. Oh, your son, I'm sorry. My son was basically made out to be a liar. I told him that I 100% believe him and that they are liars. Regardless, Golden Child Brother kept insisting I come to the celebration. No, because it's just going to be an attack. He's setting you up for something. I eventually agreed to go, since he's always been there for my kids' birthdays and celebrations, and he's always been very generous with gifts. I figured I'd get through it. Also kept thinking the narcs will leave as soon as I leave, and I'll just get this over with. This way, I thought they'd see us, leave us the hell alone, and get packing. Hell no. It's like waving red in front of a bull. Especially if because they're going to know that you didn't want to go. Your brother's going to tell them he had to talk you into coming there. So he knows they already know you don't want to be there. It's the perfect time to hit you up with an attack. Also, the emails from Golden Child Flying Monkey's sister guilted me so badly I couldn't sleep for several nights in a row, and I felt like I was going to go to hell if I don't go. See, this is the thing I don't get. I don't get guilt over these people. I don't feel guilty. This guilt shit, you got to get over. We got to get over the guilt. You guys got to get over the guilt thing. It's one of the few things I've been very lucky. The only thing I feel guilty about is Aaron. Okay? But I'm telling you what, of all the things, I have never been guilted by any of these people into doing anything. I've been threatened into doing things. I've been browbeaten into doing things. I've never actually been fucking guilted. That's the problem. That's why you gotta be no contact, and you gotta keep talking about it. And I think the talking about it and the being openly with your righteous anger puts the fucking guilt at bay. Your righteous anger will quell the guilt. It's water on a fire. It's water on a fire. It's cold water. It's a cold shower on guilt. Luckily, I've always had my anger. It makes you feel guilty. My mother used to say this to me about guilt, about how she would feel guilty. You're trying to accuse me of making her feel guilty. And I'm like, you wouldn't feel guilty if you didn't have anything to fucking feel guilty about. Guilt is for them, not for us. I felt like I was going to go to hell if I didn't go. Over a party? So So you think if you get to the Golden Gate and all that, St. Peter's going to pull out the list, like, hey, what was this about this fucking party you didn't go to, Missy? No. To the internal inferno. Dare you not go to a... You know there was cake? At the reception, my golden child brother's wife was like, I don't get why you don't want contact with your parents. And I was like, give me a call. I finally I felt that there could be a possibility I had someone on my side. Hell no, she's digging for information. No way. You keep walking into this thing, keep walking into the lion's den with a meat suit on, you're going to get mauled. The next week, my daughter had a celebration, so I figured out I'll just invite everyone and get this over with as well, just to keep the peace. At this point, I was still feeling so guilted and confused and just felt so much pressure. Right after the reception, however, Golden Child Brother started insisting I call Narc Mother back since she had left me several voicemails. Also, he tried to set up a date the same day for all of us to meet at the Narc's home for Mother's Day. I told him I'm not going, period. He just kept insisting, oh, I thought you wanted to go for Mother's Day. I blocked him since he was just not getting it. He was getting it. He just didn't care. Couple weeks later, he got a hold of me and was acting completely clueless. I told him, you insisted I call Mother back, and I just couldn't deal. He was like, well, why are you not speaking to your sister? I said, that's because she's defending our parents. He said, I don't want to get involved, but I think you should have a heart-to-heart with our parents so there won't be a misunderstanding. I was like, I can't reason with them. It's pointless. Haven't talked to him since. Meanwhile, Mother has sent numerous letters. First, the love-bombing, gaslighting types. One envelope was red with a heart stamp on it. Then, when I did not respond, she proceeded with the ones that had a picture of Saint Faustina with novena, prayers inserted in them. Ironically, I had been reading the Bible more than ever these days. Narc Father sent a letter apologizing for his mistreatment, stating, you know how all this started. I would ask, you're getting up or not? You're getting up or not while you were a teenager? By the way, sometimes he used to use water and a ball to wake me up. He also sent a picture of him sitting next to their future grave with a description on the back, our new refinished home. The Narcs just put a granite finish on their to be tombstone while in Poland. Hey, should I answer back? Hey, can I put a casket on layaway? Ugh. Unfortunately, I had to block everyone that came to my daughter's celebration because I just couldn't deal with the explaining why I didn't want to visit Mother on Mother's Day, why you're not in contact with your parents, your sister, etc. Also heard that she's supposedly crying because of my no contact. This made me feel extremely guilty. I didn't even send anyone a thank you cards and just act like they don't exist. Stop feeling guilty. You stop feeling guilty. Guilty over what? What is this? What is this? Narc Mother got a hold of my husband on the phone and is asking us to go visit them for my daughter's birthday since they don't want to give her a present. How? How did she get a hold of your husband on the phone? And why would he talk to her? Why would he talk to her? Why would your husband talk to her? How did he get her? How did she get him on the phone? And why is he talking to her? Or they can come over insisting on getting invited. Plus, she was like, I asked your brother-in-law if he wants to go over to your house with his family for your daughter's birthday, and Golden Child Brother said, no, we're not invited. I never mentioned anything about a birthday party to anyone. My daughter's not even having one this year. Then my narc mother went on saying, I don't understand what this is all about, referring to why I'm no contact with them and the flying monkey sister. Plus she wants my children to see her before she dies. The torment doesn't stop. She's been telling me she's dying for the past 30 years. I know what that's like. Eventually she will die, though. I found that out. Eventually, she will die. And you still aren't going to have to feel guilty about it. You know, if you're feeling guilty now over birthday parties and ice cream cake, what's going to happen when she dies? Then she says they can sue for grandparents' rights. Who knows what she'll pull next? By the way, no sign of them moving. Feeling pretty overwhelmed with all this. I really feel like I'm fighting demons. This woman who sent me to Poland at the age of 13 to live with a cousin and his family for a year just to keep me away from neighborhood friends. We never got into trouble or anything. All we ever did was hang around the neighborhood, roller skate and such. I was at the time a real nerd in a gifted school doing really well with straight A's, not getting into trouble or anything. The only reason she did not want me to be friends with them was because she did not like one of my friend's parents. By the way, no one ever saw anything wrong with us. Everyone acted and still acts like she's a great person. It's crazy making. Unfortunately, while in Poland, I got sucked into the wrong crowd. I got blamed for it all and labeled as problematic, bringing shame on my poor mother. Kind of off topic here, but no contact is bringing so much clarity that it's bringing up a mountain of memories which I'm forced to revisit. It's rage-inducing at times. I'm angry at these narcs and have never been held accountable for one single thing. While I got and I'm still being blamed for things while I have nothing to do with. The trial never ends, as you say. Always living on the defense and waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm wondering if there's any way to ever have a decent relationship with my golden child brother and his family. No. If there's any hope, or if I should just cut it off, cut it off. I hope this letter is not too long. So much has happened since I last wrote in. I tried to sum it up as best I could. Thank you so much for all your input and all you do. I really appreciate it, Lisa. No, Lisa, they can't be helped. They're not going to stop. They grew up with you. What do you mean, your brother and sister? Your brother doesn't know what your problem is? He didn't witness any of this? Your brother didn't ask why his sister was sent away for a year at 13? Fuck out of here. Stop feeling guilty and start feeling angry. Because your anger is going to wash out your guilt real quick. Okay, and you'll be able to keep that guilt away the longer you stay no contact and the more of them you keep out of your life. Explore your righteous anger that you're allowed, that you're entitled to. Your righteous anger is cold water on guilt. Period. Use it. So, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your story and contribution. I really appreciate it, Lisa. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Maybe. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance.